Imagine being arrested, not because of evidence or witness, but because a computer said, your face looks familiar. No motive, no proof, just a match score. And that was enough to take your freedom.
Verification complete. Please proceed.
Angela Lips is a grandmother in Tennessee accused of bank fraud in North Dakota, a place she had never been. There was no eyewitnesses, no physical evidence, but what authorities did have was a facial recognition match. An algorithm looked at a face and said, yep, that's her. And that was enough to move forward. She wasn't in the state, she did not commit the crime, and there was proof that she was actually innocent. But yet none of that mattered because the AI said it was her. This is the Angela Lips case, and no, it's not a glitch. It's a preview, because if it could happen to her, it could happen to you, it could happen to me. Eventually, we'll all just be sitting Angela Lipses waiting for another facial recognition match to go wrong. Now, see, facial recognition is supposed to generate leads, but somehow it became the foundation. And once her face matched, that output was not treated like a possibility. It was treated like it was reality. It wasn't, is this her? It was, nope, that's her. Now build the case. That's the inversion. The system didn't follow the truth. The truth was forced to follow the system. Now, Ms. Lips was arrested at gunpoint, extradited, and jailed for months. Why so long? Because nothing inside the system forced a correction. And this is what matters. There was not a single moment where someone was required to say, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. No one did that. The process just kept going. The wheels of justice just kept churning. And once the AI made the match, everything that followed yielded to it. Investigators didn't begin with doubt. They began with confirmation. Now that point is real subtle, but it's real critical. Because when a human witness is wrong, we question them. When the machine is wrong, we question ourselves. Maybe it's still her. Maybe there's something we're missing. You see how the burden shifts? The system assumes the machine is right, and the human must disprove it. But you tell me, is that true investigation, or is that compliance? Now here's the part that should stop you. There was evidence that she was innocent. Bank records, location data. There was proof that she wasn't even there in the state. But that truth did not arrive in time because the system did not prioritize truth. So this lady sat in jail for, I think, 6 months, while truth just simply waited its turn, just languished in the ether. Now the charges were dropped eventually, but at what expense? She sat in jail for what seemed like an eternity. Now I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Oceana does look like a system that decides what is true, and everyone else just operates inside of it. No one has to lie, no one has to conspire, because the structure itself does all the work. See, it's the machine that says, yep, that's the person, that's the one, and then the system says, proceed without caution. And a human life gets caught in between. Now, the good news is Angela Lips got out. The bad news is that she lost a lot. But that's not the story. The story is this. Nothing that happened to her required the system to break or even check itself. It worked exactly as it was designed. And next time, it won't feel like a mistake. It will just feel normal. There's a line that people always remember from 1984. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. But this is almost like a system update. Who controls the algorithm controls reality, because now truth does not need to be rewritten. It just needs to be generated first. And once it is, everything else becomes a correction, a delay, an inconvenience. And in a system like that, in a sense, is not a shield, it's a timing issue. And freedom, that's just what you have until the system decides that you don't. May the odds ever be in our favor.